Alright everyone, this is me, Tiberium, and I'm recording a StarCraft 2 game. Here with me today is Hacker, actually playing against a normal AI. I'm here in the bottom right corner, actually just to bail his ass. So, without further ado, let's get the game underway. Now of course, it's really more of a comment to try and find flaws or things Hacker can improve on in this game. Right now, nothing spectacular is happening, of course, but Hacker is doing a very early scout with his probe. He's got a mouthful of minerals right there. Of course, builds a pylon at 8 supply. Very early pylon, and it's nice to see him build probes this early into the game. Now if you notice, most of the timings for me and the CPU are actually quite close to each other. It's only because I'm playing Terran right now. But otherwise, nothing of great significance is happening. Hacker got his scouting information off, knows where the computer is, and he's ready to attack. As for me, I get started on my barracks, as does the AI. Hacker keeps building probes, of course, which is a really good idea at the early game. When you want to play, when you want to get better, you want to build a lot of probes at the early game. And here are his probes coming back. Hopefully, he'll not. Actually, hold that thought. Hacker's actually stopped building probes. He's going on for another gateway. Oh, I speak way too soon. I haven't actually paid any attention to Hacker at all in this game. It's only when he gets attacked that I step in to try and bail his ass. Otherwise, I play my own macro game. Here he goes for a forge this early into the game. I wouldn't recommend a forge here, Hacker. I would recommend just another gateway. But let's see what his build leads up to. Anything goes, after all. Meanwhile, I get started on second barracks and my orbital. Oh, Hacker's got one zealot already. Wait, no, let's turn down the sound. It's a bit too loud. Sound, just turn it down. Yeah. So, one thing to note here is that Hacker is actually not building probes, and he's sitting on 200, almost 300 minerals. He could be building probes right now. And of course, he doesn't actually have all his workers on all the minerals. It's roughly one worker per mineral patch, and that's just not enough at all. Take a look at your units tab. He's at 11 probes, and I'm at 17 with a mule. The computer is at 15, which really he should be at 15 by now, or even more, given his ability to chrono boost out probes. Makes them come out really fast. Of course, I've already got my gas up, and I'm actually teching up, trying to get to medevacs, but I'm not going as fast as I can be. Not doing the Destiny Cloud Fist build. Obviously, with the gas that I get, I'm going to research stim. Back to the production tab. If there's anything I have to say I regret doing in this game, is not actually researching any more upgrades out of the tech labs. I kind of get stim and then forget about the other upgrades. Regardless, Hacker just got started on his warp gate technology from the cybernetics core. His cybernetics core is actually very late in this game, and he's going to suffer for it because an attack will soon be incoming, I think. Your Hacker sends off a probe just to build a lone pylon over here. I'm not quite sure what he intends to do with the pylon. I know he uses it to warp in reinforcements later in the game. But right now it's kinda just gonna sit pretty in a corner and not actually do anything except provide supply. And there we go. Starts researching ground weapons level 1. Which is not bad. It's not bad to get your upgrades early. But when you really don't have any units to benefit from the upgrade, I'm not so sure. Particle beam. Of course here I mess up my building movement. How embarrassing. And here comes the incoming attack by the AI. 4 Marauders, 3 Marines, coming in at 7 minutes. Almost 8 minutes now. And their Hacker panics. He's gonna panic. He's panicking in the chat. You can't actually hear him, but he's actually going to panic in the chat very loudly. He's running around with the Zealots and he's sending his probes in. Oh my god. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the Protoss. What's going on? His probes are running around like idiots. And so is the Zealots. They're all dying left and right. They're all dying left and right. Look at his Zealot just running around endlessly. Slices 2 Marines. He gets 2 kills. And then he dies. Of course, his probes... Oh, they stand still for a while. Now they're attacking. He gets the cannon in out of desperation. Is he gonna make it? Is he gonna make it? Oh no, the Marauders are actually attacking his Nexus now. This is bad news. Bad news. Well, good news is on the way. Is that my force of Marine Marauders are coming in to save the day. And here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I would like to note that the AI player is opted for weapons level 1 and combat shield, whilst I just went straight for stim. Right now I don't have a single upgrade up at all. But do not fear. It's not like the AI can win against me. Well, normal AI anyways. Still, Hacker's down to, I don't know how many probes? 4 probes. That's pitiful. But then again, he lost all those probes to that 4 Marauder, 3 Marine attack, and man, really punished him for not getting the units out, not getting his economy running. He of course goes for the Twilight Council, and I assume that's for to upgrade his ground weapons up to level 2. But other than that, it doesn't actually do anything much for him right now. Here, of course, the AI player is getting ready to attack once again, this time with a lot of Hellions and Marines as support. I'm guessing here the AI figures that Hacker will not actually have anything, and he's just gonna rush in with all those Hellions to deal all that damage. Unfortunately, AI aren't that good in this game at normal. Actually, the AI is not actually that good at all. They just get resource bonuses at higher difficulties. In normal, they play like, well, someone on Hacker's level. Hacker, of course, still doesn't have any units on the field. He's sitting on 600 Vespine gas and almost 400. Oh, nope. He decides to build a robotics facility. I'm guessing he wants to see the attacks coming in, but not sure what he can do if he can't actually get his stalkers or any zealots. And he's floating a lot of gas, so maybe he can go for sentries if he knows how to use sentries. But I'm guessing he doesn't, so maybe he should go for sentries. Regardless, army up. And I'm going to research my weapons. This SUV here, he gets stuck behind the mineral and he can't actually do anything. And since I'm moving out, my main army is moving out with my medevacs. There's 2 here that I'm gonna make him join the army soon. But there they go. So I don't actually get annoyed that this SUV is still stuck here. Regardless, I move off the middle of the map, trying to see what I can do to intercept the enemy attacks. But it's too late. They're already at Hacker's front door and he's knocking down everything. Oh my god. That's 8 Hellions. Count them. 8 Hellion. Oh no. Lost 1 Hellion. And 4 Marines. He's coming in. He's fighting against Stalkers. If you notice, Hacker, he's moving his Stalkers back after he's getting fired. That's really good control right there. Unfortunately for him, he's going to lose those Stalkers if he doesn't pay more attention. Oh no, Hacker, move those Stalkers. Move those Stalkers. And the Stalkers goes down. Of course, here comes the cavalry. Fortunately, I just waited at the entrance of his base, hoping that he'd clean up his own mess, but seems the computer decides to come in and spoil the fun anyways. Or rather, they don't spoil the fun, they simply just walk straight into my army for no apparent reason, hear load of my units, and try to go for a drop. Hacker, of course, tries to follow my medevacs. Unfortunately for him, Stalkers can't actually fly. And they can't actually get into the medevacs. It's a bit of a shame. Regardless, Hacker here now with his observer out. He's gonna get some scouting information in, which is really nice. If only he actually had units to take advantage of his intelligence. Hacker's still at 11 probes though. It just shows you, man, you really need those probes. You want to get at least 20 per base. And by now he should have expanded, at the very least. Then again, he's been punished pretty hard for these attacks, so I don't expect him to be able to safely expand while maintaining an army to defend it. Regardless, here comes the drop in. AI has tanks already. Tanks, Vikings, ready to blow everyone up to Kingdom Come. Destroy the sensor tower. Destroy everything, well, not everything. I decided to pull out in short order, but a Hacker, worst part, doesn't actually do anything. He's mostly recovering, and he's getting blink for his Stalkers. That's surprising. Yeah, considering he only has 3, not a lot to do with that blink, but still, it's good, better than nothing. Of course, the Marine's back, and he's going to shoot at my medevacs until I pay attention to them again. Hacker, meanwhile, has gotten up to 14 probes. That's an improvement, I suppose. If only he had more probes would be better. Immediately starting, and I'm floating way too many resources. If I had actually had better macro, I would not be floating this many resources. And here comes another attack by the AI. 2 Marines with combat shields. Pretty sure they're gonna make it through. Nope, Hacker summons warps in 3 Zealots almost immediately as if in response, but he doesn't actually know that, so I'm just giving him too much credit. Regardless, I do at one point get supply blocked pretty hard. Yeah, of course, working down on that destructible debris. Hacker's working on Void Rays. Well, that's not actually a move that I would say is a smart one against her, considering that their basic unit is a Marine, and that automatically counters Void Rays pretty much 100% of the time. Here, I'm gonna land a factory. Start building tanks. Fun. Tanks are fun for everyone. And in come the mules. Hacker, meanwhile, still building void rays. Still building servers. Did he lose his observer? It looks like he lost his observer. I wasn't paying attention. Didn't have enough sleep last night. Regardless, with all the resources he's floating, he could consider building more probes. Or even expanding. He has enough resources to do it, certainly. Of course, my main army moves out across the map, trying to be useful, sort of, I guess. There we go, going for our Terran armors, level 3. Meanwhile, the AI Terran player moving out in the middle, which is a bad move. Encounters my army and melts instantly. Lands the Vikings and then gets them back, flies them again. Of course, he's gonna with a nuclear fusion core, well, just a fusion core. I'm not sure what the AI is trying to do. Yeah. But I will say for sure that there is going to be battle cruisers. That's generally how AI works. Hacker still down at 16 probes. He's no longer last in the probe count anymore, but could be higher still. He's still floating some resources, not too bad. Of course, can't expect him to play like a pro. And no, I am not a pro. I've only seen the best play. That's why I don't try not to judge. Regardless, I'm floating almost 10,000 resources. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 SCVs here. You can actually have more than that. You can have up to 24 SCVs on a full, on an untapped, a virtually untapped mining base. Of course, I have mules, so that doesn't really matter too much. And the income tab, of course, shows me way ahead. Hacker, in the meantime, has actually commenced his attack on the enemy base. Actually, go back a bit. I think I missed. Alright, here we go. Moving in. Attempting stutter step micro. Of course, I don't succeed very well. Then Hacker moves in. There's the battle cruiser. Oof, it disappears almost immediately. And now Hacker marches into the base with his void race. Near I go in, trying to just micro to the best of my ability, which is not very good if you think about it. And I back out knowing that Hacker's got this fully under control. Oh, the computer built a Banshee. Didn't notice that at all. Hacker still has 16 probes though. He's got 800 resources that he could spend, but he's not spending them. Hacker destroy this barracks, but not actually kill the SCV. The SCV survives, barely. Still survives. Oh, nope, blows up. And it comes to the final, and that's the end of the game, really. Well, now that you've seen Hacker in action, I can come to the conclusion that Hacker does not build enough probes in the early game, and because he doesn't have enough probes, he doesn't have enough money to build more units. It's as simple as that. Well, technically it could be much more complicated, but right now, two most obvious errors are, of course, not building probes and not building units. Can't just sit back, man. You need units to defend. Well, that's it for today, I think. Tiberium, signing off.